But it was asked in chat for me to rate the Arnie films, and I want to do that right now. So we're going to do that. We're going to change this to just chatting while we do this, because, let me tell you, I've got much to say about the Arnie films. Okay. Now, they're not all here. Like the newest Terminator's in here, but I haven't seen that. And some of these films I haven't actually watched. But I will rate the ones I have watched, and then the ones I haven't watched, I'll probably put the bottom. Right. So Arnold in Hercules is probably the worst film he's ever made. It's terrible. No, it's pretty bad. It's pretty unwatchable. I'll be honest with you. We'll start with the first one. We'll start with Red Heat. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know if I've actually watched Red Heat. I don't remember it very well. I can see it has John Belushi in, but I don't know if I've actually. I know Red Heat is the one where he's like cocaine, but I don't know if I've seen Red Heat. So I think because I haven't seen it, I'm gonna put it at D. Junior. Arnie gets pregnant. My Larry. They gave up the other game? No. I'm taking a break to rate Arnie films because someone asked me to, and I want to do it. Junior is a film where Arnie gets pregnant, and Danny DeVito helps him, and he dresses up as a lady at one point, and I have memories of it being pretty funny. So I'm gonna put that in like the B category. It's pretty good. Batman and Robin, one of the worst films ever made. Definitely not really much of a debate there. It's E. It's a terrible film. Sure, he has funky lines in it, but it's just a bad film. Real bad film. I wouldn't even call it an Arnie film, but he's in it. Terminator 2, S tier, will be the only one up there. Terminator 2, Judgment Day, one of my all-time favorite films. Nothing is as good as that on this list, so that will be on its own. Everything else that's good will be A, simply because Terminator 2 is so much better than everything else. It's in its own tier. I don't remember why Junior got pregnant, no. Red Sonja, I don't think I've actually ever watched. I'm just going to put it in D because I've never seen it. I'm not going to say it's terrible, but I've never seen it, so I got no idea. Hercules New York is a pretty bad film. Like, it's kind of funny and such in like it's an old film kind of way, but it's not fun to watch. It's just like a really weird old film. Like, I'd recommend seeing it once, but I wouldn't watch it more than once because I couldn't stand watching it again. Terminator Genesis. See what we're gonna do. We're gonna put these ones I've never seen. We're gonna put at the bottom because I can't really list them right now. Terminator Genesis, not a very good Terminator film. It's basically they try and restart the timeline, and Arnie is like an old Terminator, and they turn John Connor into a Terminator for some reason. Not a very good film. I'm putting that in the D's. It's not as bad as Batman and Robin and Hercules New York because I've watched it more than once, but it's still not a great film. Kindergarten Cop is a classic. It's an absolute. That's up there with Junior. It's kind of in that comedy goofy. No, and you know what? It's up in A. It's got. You know what? I'm putting it in A. I'm putting it in A because it's got lines like, "It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all." I could A or B. Honestly, I'm thinking A just purely based on the comedy, but it probably belongs more in a B. I'm putting A for now. I might switch that around. Cactus Jack, I've never seen. I have no idea. Jingle All the Way. I mean, it's the best Christmas film ever made. It's obviously going in an A. I watch it every Christmas. It's the only Christmas film I ever want to watch. Did you do this Terry Crews? I don't think I've seen enough Terry Crews films to do this. I've not Jingle All the Way. I'm also not as passionate about his films as I am about Arnie films. Who's your daddy, and what does he do? My mommy says that my daddy's a real sex machine. So like, you know, yeah, these. Yeah, you know, I'm thinking maybe these are all B's. I don't think Jingle All the Way is as good as Kindergarten Cop. I usually think Jingle All the Way just because it's like a comic. But if I'm honest with you, Jingle All the Way isn't even that good a film. It probably belongs more in like a C. This isn't an Arnie film. It's a film where Arnie's in it for like 5 minutes. It's not an Arnie film. Killing Gunther. Oh, I watched that. I put that in the D's. It's not as bad as these ones, but it's like, I mean, he's only really in it at the end, if I remember rightly. I might put that in E. It's not an Arnie film. I'm putting it in E. I don't class that as an Arnie film. 6 Day is an A. Top of it would be an S, but nothing's as good as Terminator 2. 6 Day, I love 6 Day. I've watched 6 Day so many times. I absolutely love 6 Day. It's about Arnie gets cloned and then has to deal with people trying to kill him because they can't have two Arnies running around. And then he has to take out the cloning people. And has great lines such as, "Why don't you go fuck yourself?" I think, no. Something like, "I can see why you cloned yourself, so you could literally go and fuck yourself." He says something like that. He also says, God shouldn't have killed my dog. When someone tells him not to go into clone his dog, it's like, God wouldn't want you to do this. And he's like, well, then God shouldn't have killed my dog. No, it's not the one. The one is where Jet Li travels through multiple timelines to take out multiple realities to take out him, all the different versions of himself to become the most powerful being in the world. This is about a man who gets cloned because they accidentally think he's died. And then they have to stop the clone. Then he has to work out what's going on. It's not the one at all. The one's a very different film. Don't be ridiculous. Escape is not very good. Yes, it's got lines like, "You punch like a vegetarian." But it's not a very good film. It's probably up there with Genesis. I mean, yes, it's Sylvester Stallone and Arnie, which is great. But it's not as good as Jingle All the Way. It's not as bad as these. It's probably about in the same area as Genesis. It's not that great a film, you know. It's not too bad. Was Jackie Chan? No, it was Jet Li. Jackie Chan was not in one. It was Jet Li. Terminator 3 is a bad film. Terminator 3 is a bad film. Terminator 3 is probably worse than Terminator Genesis, in my mind. Terminator 3 is not great. The only redeeming quality, maybe a D because What's-Her-Face is naked in it, but Terminator 3 is not a great film. Although it does have a line like, "I need a vacation." No, I think he says that in 2. What's he saying in 3? Well, then give me, what's a good line in 3? 3's weird though. 3 is just odd. 3's not a very good Terminator film. I think I'm tempted to put that in the E's. I'm tempted to put that in the E's. Maybe D's. Maybe E's. I'm going to put it in the D for now. I don't think it's as bad as Batman and Robin. It's not very good. But we're going to put it there for now. Maggie is a surprisingly touching film that he's in, where his daughter is turning into a zombie, but he doesn't want to kill her. It's him playing a serious role, and I actually quite enjoyed it. I don't think it's a good film, but I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to rank that probably like a C. Probably like a solid C. Sabotage, I didn't really remember liking very well. I like the D. Like, if they're kind of forgettable, I usually stick them in D. Actually, well, maybe I'd put these at C. No, if they're kind of forgettable, I put them in D because, like, they're not so bad that I remember them being bad. They're just kind of forgettable. I feel like that's where D is. Commando is an amazing film. That's right up there with 6 Day and Kindergarten Cop. He has such great lines as he throws a knife into a man that then sticks through the guy's chest into the wall, and he's like, "Stick around," and he tases a guy and goes, "Come start." And it has a really weird opening where he's like, it's this weird opening where he where he's like, it's got this serious music that goes really jovial, and he puts ice cream on his face, and he's like, ah. At one point, he lifts a car up with one hand and pushes off a cliff. He tears the seat out of a car. He throws a pipe into a man that goes through him, and steam comes out, and he goes, "Let off some steam, Bennett." Great line. And then at the end of the film, the guy's like, "Did you leave anything for us?" And he just looks at the guy and goes, "Just bodies," and then it ends. Insane film. Aftermath. Oh yeah. Another serious film where he plays a guy who is really obsessed with... What are you looking for? Oh, it's for a game. It's weird. You shove the Wiimote up it, right?
You shove the Wiimote up it and you bring it back.
Shove it up it.
Shove it up.
You shove it up it. Aftermath. I liked Aftermath. I'm not gonna... I like it when Arnie plays it serious now and then. I liked Aftermath. I did. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put Jingle Away up with Junior. And I'm going to put Maggie in Aftermath there. I liked Aftermath. He plays like a guy who's really obsessed with this dude, who I think was a pilot who ended up causing a crash and that killed his daughter, but the pilot survived. I can't remember exactly. Conan? Conan's a classic. That's going up there. The Running Man is another classic. Conan's great just because it's Arnie he punches a cat. He gets drunk and punches a camel. It's ridiculous. And The Running Man's great because I remember watching that years ago, and he's like, "I hope you left enough room in your stomach for my I hope you left enough room in there for my in your stomach for my fist because I'm going to is it? I hope you left enough room in there for my fist because I'm going to ram it in your goddamn stomach and punch your goddamn spine." And he says that. That's a great line. Twins, another classic Arnie film. Maybe not as good as these ones, but like still pretty good. Probably on par with Junior, honestly. Maybe a bit better than Junior. Yeah, I'd probably put Twins up there ahead of Junior, honestly. And the second Conan, I don't remember too much about it, but I think I remember. I don't really remember the second. I'm going to put it in B because I don't remember much about it as the first one. I actually can't tell which one of those is the first one or not. That might be the first one. Either way. Expendables 2, I feel like he had a small cameo in it, but I can't remember. I don't really think that's an Arnie film. I feel like he has a small cameo in that. Although Expendables 2 I like because it's so cheesy and ridiculous. I'd probably put it in D. Last Action Hero, that's a classic Arnie film. That's going right up in A. Stay Hungry, I've never seen. I don't know what film that is. The Last Stand, I don't even remember that film. Expendables 3, he's got a lot more of a role in this film. I'd probably put that like a C. Oh, obviously Eraser's got to be an A. That film, that's an incredible film. He kills a crocodile and says, "Your luggage," and he keeps telling everyone they're erased. "You are erased." And he does fight a crocodile at one point in that. And it features guns that can see through walls. What a great one. Predator, obviously, another A. Again, some of these could be in a tier above these ones, but because Terminator 2 can't be matched, they've all got to go in A. End of Days, I love End of Days. That goes in B. It's not as good as these ones, but End of Days is a ridiculous film. He faces off against Satan and goes, "You're a choir boy compared to me. A fucking choir boy." And it's just weird. It's really strange. Yeah, I don't know. It's an odd film, that one. Collateral Damage is a pretty mediocre film. We'll put that there. The first Terminator, I honestly don't love that much. But I don't think it's that bad. I'd probably put it in the same category as like these ones. I don't think the first Terminator, it's not as bad as 1. It's nowhere near as good as 2. If maybe I'll put it there. Maybe there. It's just it hasn't aged amazingly well for me, the first Terminator. I'll put it there. Raw Deal. I think that's the one where his wife throws a cake at him when she's drunk, and he's like, "You shouldn't cook and bake. And for that alone, that's a B. It's not as good as these ones, but that line is great. True Lies is a classic. That's going right up in A. Total Recall, another classic. I'd even be tempted to put that as an S. I like that film so much. I'm going to do it. It's controversial, but I'm putting it up there with Terminator 2. I don't know if I think it's as good a film as Terminator 2, but I think it's better than all these films. Total Recall is amazing. It's got a lady with 3 boobs in it. And someone grabs his dick and he's like, what have you been feeding this thing? And he goes, blondes. That's ridiculous. These 4 I don't know. I can't really rate these because I don't know them. I've not seen them. But I've seen the rest of these films. You didn't realize he'd been in a lot of movies? Arnie? He's done so many movies. Gonna add more tiers? No. We're gonna go with what we've got. I mean, if we were gonna add a tier... Oops. How do you even do that? How do you add a tier? If we were gonna add a tier, there'd be a lot more in like the A. I don't know how you add a tier. Oh, add a row above. There you go. And we'll call it really good. Really good. But not as good as T2. Really good, but not as good as T2. That's this category. That's Total Recall, The Sixth Day, Commando, Running Man, Eraser, Last Action Hero, Predator, True Lies. Definitely. 100%. I'd probably put... Yeah, I think that's about right. I think I like that list. Really good, but not Terminator 2. Yeah, really good, but not T2. Because T2 is the greatest film he's ever made, by far. T2 is amazing. T2 is like the perfect film. I've watched Terminator 2 so many times. And that is what I would... I can't rank these because, again, I don't know them. Let's add another list, actually. We'll add one... Whoops, no. We'll add one below that. We'll have it... I don't know these. I have not seen these. And then that's where this one's going. These all go in there because I've never seen these films. I might have seen Raw Deal, but I don't remember it, if I did. And then, you know what? I'm going to put that above E, because these are so bad that they're still probably worse than these films I haven't seen. So how about that one? These are just all bad films. Well, you know, Killing Gunfire isn't that bad. You know what? I'm going to put it in D. I don't think Killing Gunfire is... No, I don't think it's a good film, though. I don't remember the last time, but... I mean, that's pretty good. Is he a good guy in T2? Yeah, if you haven't watched Terminator 2, you need to go watch Terminator 2. We could have another category, honestly, and then call that not Arnie films. And that would be like 80 Days and honestly Killing Gunfire in my mind. And that still goes above these films because these are still so bad. And apart from the Last Stand, I just don't remember. But I'm just putting in there because it was probably really bad. There's a lot of layers in this cake. I agree. There are a lot of layers to this cake right now. Go pink. And you're going to be blue. You're going to be teal. Beautiful. Look at that. See, there you go. Complete list. S tier, Terminator 2. In the really good but not T2 tier. That could be S tier, but they're just not T2. Total Recall, Sixth Day, Commando, Running Man, Razor, Last Action Hero, Predator, True Lies. A tier, Kindergarten Cop, Conan, Twins. B tier, the other Conan film that I don't remember very well, but it's probably okay. You know what? I don't remember it very well. Which telling me that I don't remember it very well means maybe it's below. I'm putting it there anyway. He's just okay. You know what? I'm putting it in B because he looks really good on the cover. Junior, very funny film. Jingle All the Way. Kind of cheesy, but great Christmas film. End of Days, ridiculous, insane film. great. Raw Deal, he gets a cake thrown at him by his drunk wife. Perfect. Maggie, a serious film, but I liked it. That one, another serious film, but I liked it. Expendables 3 is okay. Terminator, you know what? Expendables 3 I'm putting back there. It's not as good as Terminator. In fact, I'm putting Terminator, you know what? No, I'm doing that. I'm putting Terminator higher. I feel like Terminator deserves more respect than being here. I'm putting Terminator there. I might not love Terminator. Now, you know what? I'm putting it there. Put it there. Put it there. Put it there. I'm putting it there. And I'm putting End of Days up there. And I'm putting Raw Deal up there as well. I'm putting Junior up there as well. There you go. That's what I'm doing right there. That's what I'm doing right there. I'm putting Kindergarten Cop up there as well. All right. So that's that. Yeah, you go. I've done it. I've fixed the list now. The original Terminator is not amazing, but I respect it more than I respect the rest of these films. So I'm putting it up there for that reason. That reason alone. That film isn't very good. None of these films are all just fairly forgettable. All the D rank are just forgettable films, if I'm honest with you. Like, I don't remember what happens in Expendables 2. Don't remember Sabotage. Don't remember Collateral Damage. Terminator 3 I do remember, but I didn't like it. I'm tempted to put it in E, if I'm honest with you. You know I'm putting it in E. Fuck it. I don't like that film. I'm putting it in E. I'm putting it in E, alright? Putting it in E. I think the new Terminator is better than 3. I think 3 is just a bad film. I mean, this is a messy film as well, but it's more easy to watch. And again, not seen these. These aren't really Arnie films, and these are just bad films. And that is... I'm going to save that. I'm going to download that image. Beautiful. Put that up on Twitter. Let everyone know my tier list for Arnie. Yeah, Escape wasn't like a bad film. It was just kind of generic. You know, it didn't stand out to me. And that's my list. That's going up on Twitter. It's going up on Twitter right now.